All right. So it's all about visibility. And SEO is still important, as we'll see later, but there's definitely a few things you can do so AI can find you. And it's really different because SEO is about keywords. AI is more about context. It reads in paragraphs, but that's you guys who have been playing around for a while understand it. It's not like spell check, checking one word, it's writing huge paragraphs of text. So it really does much better with context. So those blog posts that you've been doing for your SEO, also very good for the AIO. We can do this. So they're predicting a 25% drop in traditional Google searches by next year. And getting your website to the top of Google was always like everyone, they wanted to show up first on Google. But now what comes up first on Google is their AI search. So, kind of a summary of what's available out there. And there's some tools out there to help you figure out if AI has searched your business, that it's recommending you. And like I mentioned yesterday, and we'll go into it a little bit more, Reddit. And it's because I want to say it was either Perplexity or Google, it's in the slides later, paid Reddit $6 million for all of their data. And that's why it's showing up more. Yelp reviews are also, and that was all scraped as well. So, as important as your Google reviews are, you shouldn't ignore the Yelp reviews either, because that's pretty important for AI. Now, am I on AI? I went to that earlier, and you get a 14-day free trial for it without putting your credit card in. I didn't finish it because I'm like, I don't want to register for something else. So I went to HubSpot's AI search grader, and I'm at about 50% according to HubSpot. So I think that's pretty good because I haven't done most of the stuff that we're going to talk about. So, like I said, it's a semantic search. So it's looking at context, not just keywords. So when you're writing about your services, write it naturally instead of trying to have as many keywords as possible. The other thing that is really helpful is you should absolutely have an FAQ section on your website, because that's where AI does the best when it's looking at your website. Is it understands the FAQs better than just a bunch of keywords. That's why it's so important, because before we were putting in alt text for images and videos, those descriptions were all keywords. Now it's much better to put in a full description. And guess what? You can use AI to look at your picture, look at your video, and write that for you. So it shouldn't be a heavy lift, but it's just a change of the way we do business so we can be found by the AI, and the AI understands what you do. So A can understand, and it can explain to other people what you do. So it's more of a Socratic method instead of just keywords. So lots of acronyms here, and that's actually what it's talking about. Don't use your business acronyms. You want to spell everything out. So when someone asks the best service in your area, it's more likely that it'll understand the context. So AIO, when you hear that, it's optimizing for AI, writing stuff out. And we're also going to talk about something a little bit later, a text file that you can put on there as well, that makes AI easier to search website. And it's similar to having what we used to have as a sitemap, but it's more than just links now. But that's on a later slide. So again, having that text file makes it optimized for the large models, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek, to look at your website, understand it. So when people ask for recommendations, you show up. Again, answer engine optimization. So having those FAQs in there and the generative engine optimization is really about having markdown text, which is basically 3 stars. That's your header. You can have the AI do the markdown text for you. So when you have something like this and you ask it to do 1 by 2 by 3 by 4 with your website, the AI can walk you through it. Now you have these slides, you know what you need. You can go back to the AI and say, do this for me. And it's like perfect assistant to do the work for you. And you don't quite have to understand all of the things because the AI is doing it for you, and you ask it to explain it like you're an adult with an 8th grade education. That way it dumbs it down for you. It's not using technical jargon, and ask it to do cut and paste stuff so you can do less and save time and have it do the heavy lifting. So, like I said, the HubSpot AI Search Grader, I really liked it. I thought it was a good tool. It's free. MAI 14-day free trial. SEMrush AI Checker. I did look at that this morning and I didn't use it, but I felt like it wanted money from me. And I'm like, I am preparing for this class. I am not paying for you right now. On AI is $100 a month after the 14-day trial. So you want to use that and cancel it right away. So it is not, but if you're a web developer and you're doing this for people, that's where $100 a month in your marketing. So I make sure and I give you a report. So for someone that is in that industry, it totally makes sense. But for us, even for me, I'm not doing enough websites and I'm not prepping you, but I'll tell you to go for a 14-day trial. It'll tell you how often you're mentioned. That came up in the HubSpot report. We're going to look at the chat version, what's being shared, which content is most cited. I don't show up as mainstream, but I show up in niches but that's where you want to be. The riches are in the niches. You're rhyming. So the one thing that I was a little confused about with HubSpot AI Search Grader, I think it was confusing me too with another company. Did some insurance AI. It didn't quite seem to be all about me, which tells me that that's what I originally wanted to do for my niche was life insurance and AI. But I very quickly decided that that's not where I wanted to live. And my short foray into life insurance was enough, and I didn't want to stick there. Get to check your top 3 competitors. Did not ask ChatGPT to do that, but when we look over there, we can add that in there. And note any incorrect information that's being shared, and then talk to the AI about it. So as it's learning your business, it does go out there, it reposts and it learns. So you want to talk to it a lot about your business, and you want to know what it's telling other people about you. So when other people go and AI your business, it's saying it's good, bad, ugly. So like I said, question-based, conversational, and clear structure. And that's what, when we go into the LLM text file, that's where the markdown is so important, because it really organizes it in a way that AI can easily parse and read. And as you can see here, our services, and while you understand that, I understand that AI likes a more descriptive, how our bookkeeping services help small businesses save time and money. So that's where, if you've been blogging along the way, to have that SEO for blogs, that's the kind of stuff that's really going to help you now with AI as well, not just regular SEO. So these are some of the things you can do. Add an FAQ section to your, what people are asking in Google. So whenever you go into Google, it's got all these additional questions. So if you're looking for, oh, what would be good for me to put in my FAQ, Google's already indexing what people are asking about the topic that's related to you. So those are good things to add into your FAQ section to be found. And go ahead and start that blog post, or do it on LinkedIn, do it on Reddit, do it on Medium, and create those longer form public content that is going to be out there about you, more than just your reels. The nice part about being on YouTube with long form content, not just short form, is it actually transcribes all of that for you, making it easier for the AI to read and understand your long form content. So as much as everyone was, oh, it's reels, it's everything, long form is dead, well, long form is back. Oops. So yeah, you want to be everywhere all the time. When blanking on her name, there was a speaker at the conference, the BNI conference last year. Her name's Monique, and she's from New Zealand. And when she talked, it was all about being everywhere all of the time. And what she talked about more was, it's easier for people to recommend you and have the social proof. So if you're on LinkedIn a lot in a professional setting, they can send whatever article that you've written that week about the topic that you're where your zone of genius is, to somebody else when they're recommending you. Hey, I really think that you should talk to Heather. This is her latest blog on LinkedIn. And you know that other person that you're well, hopefully you know who you're recommending your BNI connections to, and put that extra level of social proof. And the AI scraping all this stuff. So Perplexity likes Yelp. If it is Google, I think, that bought the data from Reddit, and statistics, research, credible links. So when you're writing your material and creating it, create it either in research mode, use Google Notebook LM, use Perplexity, because all of those platforms, they give you the statistics, they have the deep research mode, and they give you all the links you need. So it's all indexed, so you can include that in your blog post to say, hey, check out this post on Medium, this other LinkedIn, whatever it is. You guest on as many podcasts, because again, most of them will repost them on YouTube, and the AI is indexing it, and your name's just going to get out there more and more for the AI to scrape in. So what's this text file, this LLMS? This is what I've been talking about. This is sort of what Markdown looks like, but don't do it yourself. Have the AI do it for you. Put in 5 to 10 of your most helpful, authoritative pages. And then if Cloudflare, that's probably the easiest place to put this text file in to associate it with your web page. Ask whoever's done your web page where to put it. And it's basically a root. So if you have insurebot site, which I don't think I ever built my site map, so bad on me. This is the same kind of thing. So it searches on there. So Reddit, I'm telling you, you go to any of these deep research things, Reddit comes up. So, I mean, you want to be on Reddit threads that are weird, but look for professional Reddit threads. Start your own Reddit thread. YouTube, Marilyn is on YouTube a lot. I have a pretty active YouTube channel, but I don't put enough long form. I put a lot of short form on there. So as you're considering building your YouTube presence, you want to put some more long form content on there. And reviews. We say this all the time in BNI, testimonials. So ask people to do the Google reviews, the Yelp reviews, any place where they can do a review for you, have people do those reviews. Just go out and ask. Maybe a little review party. Everyone gets together and for 10 minutes, they sit there on their phones and go around and everyone does one Google review for you, one Yelp review. But you also have to have your business on Google My Business page, on Yelp as well. So you have to list your business in places where people can review you. So this is the last slide. So quick wins, take a look at either HubSpot or Am I on AI, create an FAQ, get on LinkedIn or on Medium and write those articles. Have AI write the articles for you. I want to, oh, am I blanking on the name of it? Maybe it's right here and I can take a look at it. Google a AI tool is Opal. So you can build your own tools and it has example tools. And one of them on there is a blog post generator. So log on to Google's Opal and have it write your blog for you. So the AI. So that's what I did. Can you tell me how I compare an AI searches to other AI education business? And if just putting InsureBot solutions into AI searches, will other businesses come up? So it told me the hard truth. I'm not showing up as a mainstream AI education brand, but I would because Google, Microsoft, Coursera, Duolingo. I'm a small business. I am not a multi-million-dollar company. So, but I am. It did look and it told me what I am doing well and what I need to do to improve. So if they look for me directly, they'll find me, but not with AI education or AI training for small business owners. So this is definitely something I want to blog. Thanks, Marilyn. About on my website or just something to have that long form content about AI education or AI training for small business. So I get scraped more. So didn't really look for other stuff, but it told me again where I'm doing well. I do a lot of stuff on Eventbrite. So it found me on Eventbrite, and that's helping with my searchability. So even if you're doing free stuff, like an educational seminar, have it on Eventbrite. And even if no one shows up or signs up for it, you've got these events, and hopefully someone does show up for your free event, or it paid for $10. So at least now you're making money from basically your lead magnets. And I've been on Facebook for a very long time. And honestly, with my business, it was the first place I started because it was my main place to do social media marketing. I created a Facebook group as a funnel to get people in. So if they're in a Facebook group that you've created and you do at everyone, you're going to show up in their feed more often because they're in that group. So it's easier if you're using Facebook as a free funnel and you're not running ads and you're trying to do stuff organically. Having a Facebook group much better than a Facebook page, because Facebook pushes Facebook pages when you pay for ads. Groups are more about community, so that's their thing. They push community. And you're using your personal, and this is a big leap, and Mel Robbins talked about it too, is she was like on the fence about using her personal Facebook page as a sales funnel. Will people judge me that I'm talking about my business and not about my cat? And honestly, you got to talk about both. So I talk about Coco and I talk about AI. I talk about my life, talk about getting sunburned at the air show. That was pretty not so but keeping your brand on there. So it does summary for me, what I need to improve, what my next moves should be. And absolutely, I have to do SEO, not just AIO. So I need the keywords, but I also need the long form content. And it gave me suggestions of what I should be creating. So you don't have to do this by yourself anymore. You can have the AI guide you through it as a coach. And yeah, hard not showing up organically among the big ed tech companies. So, but the niches, getting out in BNI, that's where people are going to find me doing more local. I be much better about getting in some local magazines and stuff to be more discoverable. So these are the things I've learned. And then it gave me some reading that I can do. I saw one thing, the Department of Labor put out billions for AI education. So getting myself as a small business owner and learning how to get part of that for, hey, state of Hawaii, when you get part of this money, the federal government, I would love to be one of your educators. So just going out there and looking for this kind of stuff, but in your field. Okay, talked a lot. I know I can see Alex and David are still here. Stop the share and see if I can see if anyone else is still around. I know Marilyn had to beat feet. So still around. And hi, Fujimoto. Sorry, I didn't see you come in before. So I don't see any questions in the chat. So I'll stop talking for a minute. Alex, what's your biggest takeaway? What do you think you're going to do with AI this week?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
There's this thing called mortgage marketing animals. And one of the things that they also talk about is going into the ChatGPT and searching who the top three businesses are, and then going into the sources, and then you marketing yourself on those sources so that it can also generate that way. So then using what you talked about is using the long form in those sources so that it then categorizes you as a expert. So partnering too is probably what I'll be doing this week.
So the other thing, I know you haven't, I've doing this for about a year, and besides the AI 101 that I have on school, that might have a more updated class on that. But with Google Notebook LM now, it also creates videos that are 7 minutes. So great for longer form content with slides. So as you're researching all of that, put it into Google Notebook LM, have it create a overview video for you, and then post that on your YouTube channel to again become more searchable. I did put it, I might not have put it on, of all the places I put it, I don't think I put it on YouTube. So I went to an AI summit the other day, and it was 5 hours. So what I did, and they had the replay up on Facebook because they went live on Facebook. I used one of these tools that I took you got to go and like grab and use a tool. It won't just download for you because you're not the one who created it. So I took it, downloaded it, then the transcript from it using another tool. And you could honestly put it in, take the video, then upload it into YouTube even privately. It creates the transcript, cut and paste the transcript, and then put that into Google Notebook LM, have it get some of the other sources that you found, and then it'll create that overview video for you that's got a slide deck on it, and use that as your content on your YouTube channel. And yeah, okay, not getting a lot of views on that, but that's not why you put it on YouTube. You're putting it on it to educate the AI on Alex and eMortgage Hawaii to show up more, not for eyeballs on YouTube. You're educating the AI on you. So that's another way that you can use the amalgamation of all of these tools together. But where AI 101 stops and go down the rabbit hole. Like I've poured David down rabbit holes so far deep, but he's getting success from it.
So the time I used Notebook LM, they were just doing I didn't realize that they had the videos now. Is that like a section, or is that just a feature they just changed?
Maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, they added it. So honestly, it's right under. So it's got the podcast, and right under the podcast now is the video feature. CapCut, I think the max is about 3 minutes. AI stories. So I don't know if that would be well, and because YouTube extended the time on their shorts, it used to cut off exactly at 60 seconds, and then it went into long form. But now they're competing with TikTok that's 10 minutes, and that their shorts are now up to 3 minutes. They have to get into the longer short form game to compete.
What I'm not sure I understand what long form, short form is. What is that exactly?
So when you're on YouTube, the form is stuff that's 10 minutes to a half an hour. So if you look at Kina Kinsley's stuff, she moving to Hawaii. She has videos that are less than 60 seconds, but she also does a lot of interviews with other BNI members and real estate agents that are 10 to 13 minutes. And that's your long form that YouTube is going to make a transcript from that's more searchable by AI. It's just honestly the easiest way is long versus short. And 3 minutes or less is considered short. Over 3 minutes is long.
Okay. All right. Answer my question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long form that David, I know you're a musician outside of BNI. I love playing with Suno, which is an AI music generator. And around Thanksgiving last year, I made some music for dinner music and then some Hawaii stuff. And I put it on there. People are still pulling it and listening to it. So if you're looking to just put something on your YouTube channel that is going to get it more views and an AI solution for that, and hours to get it out there so it's more searchable. Sometimes doing silly little things like that and having content that's not always, it's like all the rest of the social media, not always having content that's directly about what you do. Like some of the things that made my channel blow up were dad jokes. So having jokes about mortgages, having dad jokes about like worked on some social media content about that. Do you want a pen that's going to break or you want a pen that's going to last? Then if you want the pen that's going to last, you go to David Hayter. So we had used some of the custom GP that are in a school community that I created to come up with some content for this. I've got a cult marketer in there today. I'm dropping, instead of just having a call to action, having a call to benefit. So not just join school 101. How is it going to make you feel once you're in there? What's the benefit from it? How are you going to be more relaxed? Because you've chosen that service provider over another service provider to do the differentiation for your unique selling proposition.